All right. Well, welcome to episode 4 or 3.
Wait, 3. Yeah,
We're not sure because
the thing happened.
of Island Gems. I'm Jay,
I'm Roll.
and we're gonna be talking about. First of all, this is my first sober cast. I'm stuffed on Wendy's.
Over.
Yeah, I don't have a beer. I have nothing. I usually have at least one beer while I'm doing these things, but I got nothing today. Mostly because I don't want to get up. You're always drinking
at every moment. Yeah,
every moment. You drink on the job too?
drink on the job.
Love to see it.
At my house. In public.
Well, drinking's expensive.
In front of the cop.
In front of the. Well, that's not illegal. You can drink in front
They
of
just
cop.
give it to me.
They just give you the beer, the cops. Oh, the employers.
Yeah, the employers too. Yeah.
Gotcha. That's cool, man. That's cool. I gotta work there. Well, I usually do it, but I stuffed myself with fucking Wendy's, and immediately before that I stuffed myself with Acai, and immediately before that I had McDonald's. So I'm full, and I think if I have a beer I'll throw up.
Easy. That's a lot of food. What's Acai?
I'm glad you ask. I have no idea. And I had an
Awesome.
argument, not an argument, but I sat there in front of my girlfriend, dumbfounded, and I think she was dumbfounded because I'm trying to understand what the hell acai is. Apparently it's a Brazilian fruit and it's purple. And I'm just like, wow, did they invent this? And she just looked at me like, what? And I'm like, it just hasn't been around. It has to be
fabricated this fruit in like a lab.
like, did they discover it recently? And she's like, no, what? But I've never heard of acai before in my life, and I'm glad you asked.
Deep in the Amazon jungle.
Deep
right?
in the
Am I getting
Amazon
that wrong?
jungle,
Yeah,
right?
Deep in
Yeah.
the Amazon jungle, there's just some acai fruit.
It's
Scientists were
like an acai fruit bowl, and like they'll I don't know what they do to the acai, but it's like there's a lot of it in the bowl, and it's like purple, and it tastes like ice, and it's kind of refreshing. You know what I mean?
It tastes like ice. Ice doesn't
Yeah.
have any taste.
But like the texture and like the refreshing feel of ice.
Okay.
It's
okay.
kind of like that, right?
Just naturally.
Just naturally, I believe so. I don't know if this place called Acai Bowls is like doing something to it, but that's what it tastes like to me. Yeah, or I believe that's what it is naturally. Because I'm gonna tell you one thing: I've never gone to Walmart and been like, "Oh look, an acai," and just grabbed one wholesale. Like that's not.
I've never seen it at Walmart. Did they have it?
I don't know. So I'm just really confused. I'm like, is it rare? Is it like hard to grow? What is this? And if it's hard to grow, why is there an acai bowl shop 24/7 by my place for like the last 5 years? Like, it can't be. For like $7? Like, that makes no sense. And they'll like stuff the bowl with like shit, like Nutella,
just other fruit.
Yeah, strawberries, banana, coconut shavings, and then you just kind of have it with a spoon.
Okay.
It's the weirdest
I mean, it sounds
thing.
good.
It's pretty good, but like I go out right now and have an acai bowl. Like, where the hell are you gonna go?
I don't know where to get. Yeah, I don't.
Exactly.
In Florida, I have no fucking idea where you would get that.
And I'm like,
if I ask for that, it's gonna be some boomer just going, "Acai, what the fuck is that? We have alligator up in here, boy." Like, oh, okay.
So I'm like, well, okay, so then the acai, it must be like a tropical thing, or like Latin America. Like, I can't imagine people in Spain know what acai is.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, and she's like, yes, I'm sure people in Spain have it. And I'm like, well, how does it get there? And she's like, by boat. And I'm like, what does that mean?
It's imported, yeah.
It doesn't. So they just import massive amounts of acai from one country to the world. That sounds like a lot of acai. Does it
I mean,
grow?
they do that with every other fruit.
Okay, but like you can grow like avocados in Puerto Rico, you know, like
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that's true.
Can you?
If the conditions meet, yeah, you can grow.
I don't
pretty
know.
much
This
anything
seems
else.
weird. I can't imagine a world where, for example, if Florida sinks to the bottom of the ocean, the world is out of oranges. That makes no sense
we'd be
to
fine.
me. There are oranges in like other places, like Georgia has oranges. Texas probably has oranges. there are other places that have oranges, you know? So like I'm assuming acai also grows in other places. But then how come I've never heard of this fruit? How have I lived my whole life? And she's like, well, that's because you're always playing video games, you know, trying to diss me. And I'm like, no, get out of my face. I know what a frappuccino is, you know?
Yeah.
I know what it is, and I barely have those. Like,
I feel like that's common knowledge, though.
well, what the fuck is acai?
Versus acai, yeah, acai is pretty uncommon. I feel like I feel like I've seen it on like cereal boxes and shit like that. Like, oh, this cereal has acai. It's like, well, that's awesome.
That? Yeah. And like the C is written in a weird way.
Yeah.
You know
it's
what
got
I mean?
that little
squirrely line. Yeah. What is that? It seems like a Fresh Mart thing. I feel like it's a government conspiracy theory. I feel like acai has been around for as long as 5G has been around.
You know,
yeah,
sense? Exactly. Yeah.
So,
Biden just took over, the presidency, and all
suddenly
of a sudden you're eating acai.
Yeah, right?
So it's kind of weird, yeah.
I don't know. Coincidence? I think not.
My name's Biden. I love acai.
Come on.
Can't have enough of it. Can't have enough of acai.
Kamala, you want some of this acai?
You vote for me, and I swear, every country will get acai. God damn, it's such a good fruit.
I'm gonna look it up. Let's see. Acai. Yeah. And then you like Google. If you Google search acai, right? The first picture they have, at least in my Google, is like a fucking building and there's like a tree. And I'm like, that can't. Is it the tree? Is the acai the actual?
Hell yeah! It's the building. It comes from a building.
Look at this. These two articles are written in 2020 and 2019.
Very recent, yeah.
2018. What is acai? The
Alien
fruit from
fruit.
Brazil that's popularized in diets. Like, this is some weird shit that just did not exist. Acai Wikipedia. Is there like a wiki fruit?
I feel like if you ask anyone from previous like generations, like maybe your dad or your mom, and you ask them, hey, have you ever had acai? And they'd be like, what the fuck?
My mom has had acai. That's the thing.
Recently? Or like since forever?
In the last 5 years, she's had acai bowls.
Okay, that's that's pretty normal, I guess.
Yeah, your mom has to know what acai is.
I feel like if I ask her now, she will, yeah, because she's been on a diet thing recently, so I'm sure it's popped up somewhere.
But you need to ask her: has this always been a thing? Like, how far back?
Right. Yeah. Like, I'm gonna ask her if, like, hey, back in the 1980s, besides cocaine and crack,
what
did you guys also have acai?
It says here, the fruit commonly known as Acai Berry or acai is a small, round, black-purple drupe about 25 millimeters in circumference, similar in appearance to a grape, but smaller and with less pulp, and produced in branched panicles of 500 to 900 fruits. Holy shit.
Wow.
I don't... Nutritional content. Yeah, people just make acai bowls. And in the 1980s, the Brazilian Gracie family marketed acai as an energy drink or as crushed fruit served with granola and bananas.
Oh, sure.
This demand led to the building of cottage industries and processing plants to pulp and freeze acai for export. Look at this. It gets deeper. Scams.
Backed by cocaine money.
In the early 2000s, many companies flooded the internet with acai advertising, many of them with counterfeit testimonials and products. In 2009, acai scams were ranked #1 on the US FTC's scams and ripoffs list.
Damn.
So by 2011, sales of acai flattened as the fad waned. Interesting.
Yeesh.
Acai was promoted heavily for its antioxidants, and many false claims were are made, including reversal of diabetes and other chronic illnesses, as well as expanding the size of the penis and increasing sexual virility. Oh my god.
I see.
Thousands of consumers have had trouble stopping recurrent charges on their credit cards when they cancel free trials of some acai-based products. Wow. In 2011, Ralph Carson, the formulator of Monavi, cautioned the public that the product was in fact nothing more than expensive flavored water, and that any claims about it were purely hypothetical and substantiated and quite frankly bogus. What? That's crazy. There's acai oil. I think like we found a little rabbit hole here. This is the acai episode. I told Joanna as I dropped her off, I'm like, I'm gonna talk about acai today in the podcast.
Well,
and here we are.
Here we are. Acai. I'm gonna try it.
Try it.
I feel like my life will change if I have it.
It might make your dick bigger.
Okay. I'm gonna have so much of it, dude. You have no fucking
idea.
So much
cock. You're gonna have to wrap it up like a fruit roll up.
Yeah.
Just to fit it in your hands. Acai.
Acai.
It tastes like it says in the scam. It tastes like water.
Tastes like water.
It apparently promotes weight loss, and prevents colon cancer.
Okay.
That's cancer in the ass. Yeah, you can stop being a fatty.
So, all the weight from your body goes to your penis. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes.
Okay.
Love to see it.
I'm definitely gonna try it out. I'm a fat boy.
Yeah, you're gonna have a fat cock.
Fucking schlong.
Raul, you look skinnier, but you haven't lost any weight.
You have this. Oh boy.
Just rearranged it. All right. So how have you been? Tell me about. It's been a few weeks since we recorded last time.
Been chilling. Same as before. Just playing more guitar to myself. I'm kind of looking into going DAW-less for my music production. Yeah. Which means like not using a DAW.
DAW-less.
No, DAW-less.
To have a doll? To not have dolls? Oh, like DAW. Like,
yeah.
You're not gonna have a doll. So what am I gonna do? I'm pretty much
like
sucking up Ableton from you.
I'm gonna have it. We're gonna have it. It's not gonna go anywhere. I'm just thinking about like making my music on something else and then transferring it over to
That's cool.
Ableton.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of curious to see how that would go. So I'm probably gonna dive into that.
That's the way. Truly, I think it's a lot of fun, and it'll have more the sounds of real instruments. Is something that I've learned that you just really can't emulate. You know.
Yeah, they have a certain magic to it, but I'm doing it more to kind of like escape like the computer, because
Gotcha.
If you sit down and you open Ableton, you're not just opening Ableton. You're also opening Discord, Google Chrome. You're probably watching some video on YouTube, and I feel like you get distracted like a lot whenever you like open Ableton. Okay. So I'm gonna see if that like getting away from that would actually help and benefit my production.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Well, I think that's a good idea. I support it 100%.
Hell yeah, brother.
And we should collab.
I'd love to. I've been writing. I got into writing. Yeah.
Lyrics?
Writing lyrics, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
How do you do it?
Something I never do. I don't know. Just one day I just decided, you know what? These two words rhyme, so all I have to do is make more words rhyme, and that's it. And I have a whole ass kind of oh shit, is it even here? Did I lose that?
Nice.
Oh no.
Nice.
Oh no, it's here.
Good.
Yeah, I have like a I don't know what the musical term is, but it's basically like 2 pages of like lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
Not like sing-songy, but like rap sort of.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's even harder. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm really bad at I love to sing, and I feel like I've had a bad rep my whole life because people always told me I couldn't sing, but I feel like I kinda can. You know? Like in my own in my own range, in a range I'm comfortable in, I can. Like, I'm not fucking Lady Gaga or something.
Right.
But, I can defend myself, And I feel like people gave me a bad rap, and now that I'm kind of comfortable singing again, then I like it. And, but I can't write, And it's a little frustrating to sit around and get some ghostwriting, but I kind of do. I kind of like need Luis to help me out, give me a few verses at least, and then I can kind of go from there. But like, just like if I'm doing the whole song by myself, like lyric wise, I always feel like two things happen. Either I try to focus too much on sending a message with my lyrics, and then I feel like I'm reaching for rhymes, or I'm using words that don't seem natural, you know? And it sounds like those songs where like it's very wordy because you're trying to make it rhyme, or like it looks like someone looked words that rhyme with blank, and then
okay, you know, I see, yeah,
grab something that kind of worked, or it ends up sounding. I get the rhyme scheming is down, you know, or I try not to focus too much on rhyming and more on rhythm, or and I completely ignored the actual message or whatever. I just try to write, you know. I call that the Kurt Cobain nonsense style of writing music. But then I feel like the lyrics are too nonsense, and it's just like, what am I even talking about here? I sound like a dumbass. Gotcha.
Well, when I wrote this, I haven't recorded it or anything. I literally just wrote it like on a shitty pad too. It's not like a notebook or anything. I don't know. I just kind of fucking wrote what I felt, I guess. Like I was in the moment, and I just decided to put it on this paper.
Yeah. That's really cool, man.
I sent it to Lise actually. He was like, "Yeah, fuck, I really like it." I don't know what it sounds like because, you know, I'm not listening to it. I'm reading it.
Is really good with lyrics. He's the guy. If you got some lyrics you don't know, like he has this way where he just sits down and he's like, "Oh, I wrote this," and I'm like, "You fucking bitch, you motherfucker, you take that shit for granted, don't you?" He's great.
Right, like it's like some superpower he has that you know he's not aware about.
I'm really sad, so I wrote this song about.
So yeah.
Wow, dude, Jesus, I wish I was sad. That's sad, I guess.
But yeah, that was pretty fun. I got another one in the work.
That's cool, man.
And yeah, just been doing that.
So you've been more productive recently.
Yeah, or trying to at least. Well,
it's definitely working, I'll tell you that. I feel like I, at the other hand, am at a standstill with everything. And I know ultimately it's kind of my fault, but because I know you were willing to help me, but
I listened to your songs, by the way. The 6 or 7 tracks that you sent.
Yeah.
Remember? I like them all, honestly. And
I
did. I really did. There were some of them where I was like, there were some of them where I was like, dude, I don't even have to mix this one. This one's good to go. Like maybe like some like limiting, like mastering.
Gotcha.
But like most of them are fucking good to go, honestly.
But is it even listenable? Like, I just don't. That's the real problem. I feel like my music is so not listenable. It's not something you listen to, you know?
It is for me. I like it.
Because you love me, bro. And we're also being recorded, you know? See, guys, what you don't know, to the audience, and to speaking directly to you with peace and love, when we hang up, he's going to tell me I'm a fucking asshole and never.
That's not true. That's not fucking true.
We're actually not friends. When the mic turns off, we just shut down. We don't talk to each other for months.
Yeah, this is like
it's all fake.
Yeah, it's just an agreement. We're just trying to make it and like use each other.
I'm the only other Puerto Rican he knows with Ableton. Everyone else has FL Studios.
FL Studios, and they all have the same motherfucking sample pack. It's the same one. It's the same one. Everyone has the same fucking one. I swear they pass it on to each other. They probably have meetings or like they go to the clubs and they're like, "Hey, bring the USB. Tráete el USB, pa." Dale, loco. Yo te traigo los sonidos ahora, bro. God.
Ableton supremacy. This is an Ableton supremacy chat. That's it.
Yeah, this
How do you
is an
feel about Logic?
Logic's okay. I feel like no, Logic is pretty good. You know, it's not terrible. I used it a couple times. It's kind of like the mix between FL Studio and Ableton a little bit.
For the record, Logic is another DAW for a Macs.
Oh shit. Yeah, it's just Mac only.
Yeah. Yeah,
that's the only thing that sucks about it.
I feel like Logic it's very pretty.
It is.
It's like the pretty. It's like the bougie.
Right. Yeah. It's like, ooh, you know, you just bought a Mac, so here's a very nice looking, program.
Not only are you gonna make music, but it's gonna look cool for you to post it on post your
right,
on like Twitter or whatever. I feel like that's Logic. I have nothing bad to say about it. I think it's cool. It's simple.
I like the sounds that it brings.
They're great,
it brings like like Logic to me. You know how FL Studio is like mostly for hip hop based producers, right?
Isn't it for like
you can use it for whatever, honestly. But I feel like that's what they use
like
it.
Weebs or something.
FL Studio?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. I don't know. I haven't really looked into that.
I've seen our friend Colonel's FL. And
he has okay. Yeah, you can customize like yeah, okay. I know where this is going. Yeah.
I'm like, yo, this shit's stupid. You'll make music with that? Nah, bro. Get out of here.
Dude. Yeah, now that you mention it, you're probably right. There's this artist, his name was is Savant, I think.
Savant.
And if I'm not mistaken, he had to censor his FL Studio when they were doing like an interview. Because it just had hentai.
That's funny.
Yeah. It's like, I had to fucking censor all of it because it just has big tits everywhere and fucking.
Love to see it.
Yeah.
Love to see it.
Yeah.
Savant is a man of culture as well. Who would have known?
Yeah. But yeah, you know how that's like FL Studio is that, and Ableton is very like house and techno and like. Right. Logic is for musicians that have like a guitar and a bass.
Right. I was gonna say that, but I was scared to say it. I feel like Logic has a lot of really cool like virtual distortions.
Yep.
It's got like it's just so much. It's so, and I watch Luis just plug stuff in there, and it's just like plug and play. And
yeah.
Like, wow, and he's got he's got that MacBook Pro Air, like the new one.
Oh, okay.
That has a little like digital trackpad where like he can put the little like
like the slider thing on the top.
Yeah, and I'm like, get out of here. That's such a badass computer for music. Oh my lord.
It's pretty good, yeah. But yeah, the Logic's pretty good. I fucking hate Pro Tools. Pro Tools.
Never seen it.
Fucking I'm glad you don't have to see it ever. I hated it, dude. Like they would make us.
What year is this? This is like what's it called? This is what you had for university.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I hate it, because they would make us use it, and it's so bad compared to all the other ones. You know what it is? It's the boomers DAW. That's what it is. Yeah, because they were always like, "Oh, this is an industry standard." Like, okay, so.
Dude!
Yep.
Name? I can't imagine. I'm sorry. No one in Puerto Rico that is Mesa producer. They all use FL Studio. I can guarantee that. I feel like I have a pretty good basis to say that claim. I follow a few like producers that make music for like Arcángel and people on YouTube. They all use FL.
Yep. There's probably like one guy maybe using.
And it's ripped.
Pro Tools.
Maybe Logic. They use either Logic or FL, and if they have FL, then they stole it.
Oh,
there's no way.
Yeah,
it's
probably.
Wait, is FL
most
free?
Likely, yeah. Let's not say that too loud though. That's kind of how I started.
Sorry, is FL free? I kind of lagged a little bit there. What?
No, FL isn't free. No.
FL isn't free, right? Then, like I was saying,
it's
they
free
stole
for 30
it.
Days.
They fucking stole it. If they're using FL, I know for a fact. Arcángel's producer with Peace and Love, do not sue me. This is not defamation. It's just peace and love. Peace and love. They stole it.
Yeah.
They ripped it from somewhere. Como tú dijiste, ellos tienen un USB Diablo, papi, vamos a hacer música. Pero espérate, yo no tengo efecto. No sabes lo que yo tengo aquí, papi. Yo siempre, ¿cómo es que decía este cabrón? Sácala. Dale, úsala. And they just pull out a fucking USB with FL. Get out of here.
God.
Yeah.
There's also Reason. Reason scared the shit out of me.
Logic and Reason. Interesting.
Reason. Oh yeah, the names. Reason. I feel like that one's for high functioning human beings.
Okay, wait, but hang on. Let's go back a little bit. What's the problem with Pro Tools?
Everything, dude. Just the way it's organized, the way it takes like 30 clicks to get to like the piano roll. The effects aren't that great. The instruments aren't that great. I just hate it, dude. It's terrible. It doesn't snap onto the timeline as smoothly as other DAWs. Just gross, dude.
Ew.
Fucking gross. It's terrible. What was it? I had a very big issue when I was using it during school. It was something super simple that every other DAW could do, except for this one. Oh! I don't think it has a spectrum analyzer. Wow. Which, it shows you how you morph your sound, an A and B. I don't think fucking Pro Tools ever had one.
That's kind of
crazy,
and if it
did,
actually.
it probably got like added later or something.
That's kind of crazy.
It's like you can't really. I don't know. It's such a fucking bad program. I hate that program. And I have it.
That's the as you have it. That's beautiful.
I have it. Yeah.
Industry
I don't use it,
ladies and gentlemen. That's why the industry sucks.
Yeah.
Whatever. Okay. God. So then there's Reason,
it's industry standard because it's all the boomers that
exactly.
Yeah.
They look at Ableton and they get fucking overwhelmed.
They're like, and then they just. They get pissed and they just go back to Pro Tools.
Okay. So then there's Reason, which is for high functioning humans.
Because Reason is like having a physical studio on a digital format. Like, and when I mean physical, I mean like, hey, I could put this cable into this cable and output it here. It's a lot of like rewiring, like your VSTs and shit like that. Have you ever seen a what's it called? A modular synthesizer?
I think I have, yeah.
It's this fucking wall with just wires that go everywhere. That's Reason. When you hit the tab key on the keyboard,
it's just wires.
It's just wires and racks of like instruments and compressors, and it's fucking crazy.
You need a doctorate degree, pretty much.
I mean,
or to be just like some fucking. It's like from what I understand, Reason is like Linux.
Yeah, it's like the tech heads like program. I don't know.
It's really cool, actually.
Yeah.
I can imagine it's very expensive.
It's actually not.
Really?
It really isn't. No, it's probably one of the cheaper ones. I feel like their basic one starts at $100.
Wow.
And it has a lot of the good things for a basic.
You just gotta do it yourself.
Pretty much, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I feel like if you really want to get the most out of that program, you kind of have to understand, how things kind of work in that, what's it called? Like in that virtual and space thing. See if I can find how much it costs at the moment.
Figure it out. There's also...
Oh, this is Reason Studios. Huh?
There's also Audacity.
Audacity is a joke. I mean, it works.
As far as music or digital audio softwares go, Audacity is for shit posting and bass boosting.
Yeah, and it's free, so it's just for like recording. I feel like a lot of people just use it to record
it's
podcasts
simple.
and stuff like that.
Yeah. We're the only two assholes using Ableton to record.
Yep. Yeah. Which we had a conversation about switching to Audacity at some point.
And I think we both forgot before this
started.
So now we're sticking to.
So this thing costs. Yeah, maybe it's just not gonna tell me. By reason, I don't want to sign up. The thanks but no thanks. Reason.
If you want to know Reason's price, please input your credit card information.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
What's that dude? You know the one.
Oh, voiceover Pete?
Yeah, I love him.
Raul, music is in danger and it needs your help. All you need to do is input your credit card number and those wacky numbers in the back. Whatever.
Thanks, Pete.
I follow him on Instagram.
We follow him on the thing, no? On our Twitter. Is that the dude you follow?
No, we follow Joel Osteen. Don't you know who Joel Osteen is?
No, I still haven't really kind of...
Let me talk about Joel Osteen for a sec. Let me just segue. Let me know when you got that price, though.
Dude, I have no idea. I might give up on this.
It's a lot of money. Joel Osteen, though, let me talk about him. He is... If you haven't, follow our Twitter, you bitches, at Island Gems Podcast. I don't know if that's the handle. Can someone figure out? Someone figure... What's this guy's called? Who is Seth's producer? Seth Rogen?
Oh, dude, I fucking forget.
Jamie, can you fucking find out what our Twitter handle is?
We need a Jamie. Submit your applications at our Twitter.
At Island Gems.
And we'll hire you as our Jamie.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
You can just sit here in the Discord chat and we'll love you forever.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sometimes.
We'll pay you nothing, but we'll play squad with you.
But we will play squad with you, yes.
We'll play squad with you.
Jay hates the game, but we'll play squad with you.
Absolutely despise it. It's such a stressful time. I leave work and I'm just like, I know what I'll do. Let me just play fucking squad.
Stress goes up, yeah.
Oh my god. What a horrible experience. Why do you play games? To unwind? No.
Nah, to stress out even more.
Stress out even more.
Oh, dude. I think Reason's price went up. Wow.
$1 trillion.
No, it's like $400.
Ah!
Yeah. But they have like, they used to have basic versions like, no, that's not it.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
Joel Osteen is a mega church evangelical pastor that owns a mega church in Houston. And when the hurricane whatever the fuck, Hurricane Sandy, was it?
Mm-hmm.
The one that hit Houston a few years ago, when it flooded all of Texas or all of Houston and people were fucking drowning in their homes. Joel Osteen refused to open his church to allow people inside to be safe from the weather. His church, for the record, is like ginormous. It's massive. It's a fucking Joel Osteen net worth is worth. I mean, fucking net worth is stupid. We know this, but according to his net worth, he is worth $40 million. Actually, $60 million. As of 2017. He also lives with his family in a 17,000 square foot mansion in River Oaks with an estimated value of $10.5 million. That's Joel Osteen.
Why do you follow this guy? Or why
he makes nearly $55 million a year from book and speaking, and he is not taxed because he is a church. Why do I follow him? Because I thought it was the funniest thing. I thought it'd be so funny if the only person we follow on our Twitter was Joel Osteen. I thought someone was gonna get the joke, and so far only 7 people follow us. So like,
sweet.
Yeah, it's going great.
That's
podcast of the century. Love to see it.
It's a lot more than I've ever had.
Oh, you have like 20 followers. Shut up.
Something like that. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, that's cool. I'm glad that you're making music. That's the only reason we were talking about this. I'm glad you're back into it. I'm glad you're being more productive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's been fun. I haven't had this much fun in a while.
That's good.
Probably since I started. I feel like when you start, it's the funnest period of like making music because you're just, taking it taking it like all in. You're just learning everything, and
every new chord feels amazing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I agree. Then you get hypercritical.
And then you just fucking hate your music.
Yeah.
Everything that you make is terrible to you.
Ugh.
Yep.
Well, we'll get through it. I want that. I'm glad. I genuinely hope you mean that about the music. I'm really glad you feel that way, because I want to put that out on Spotify. And if you think that minimal changes and we can go for it, then minimal changes, and I'll put it up. It'll be a dream come true to have my music. I know that Spotify is a shitty place to put it, but it's more of like a symbolism thing. It's like to me at least, it's like it means like, hey, because I know I could put it on Bandcamp. Because here's the thing, everyone tells me put it on Bandcamp, bro. You're not gonna get scammed there,
right?
Whatever. Yeah. But I feel like, and you can put it for free, And I'm like, yeah, but like I know myself. And I know if someone tells me, hey, here's my Bandcamp, I'm going to be like, okay, and I'm not going to click it because it's a lot of work, There's something about the accessibility of Spotify where you can just have it there, put it on a playlist, and move on with your life. Like, I just want people to listen to my music. I don't give a shit about being compensated, I can worry about that later. But right now, I just want an audience. And being able to say, yeah, I'm on Spotify, this is my artist name, I feel like, to me at least, carries a lot of it carries a lot of weight.
Right.
So I want to do that. I want to be on Spotify. I want to get it done, and then later I can worry about whether or not I'm being scammed.
Yeah, gotcha. So I mean that's fair. I mean, you can do both. There's nothing stopping you from using both.
Yeah, you're right. I might end up doing that. I might do both. Like, hey, it's on Spotify. I'm also going to put it on Bandcamp.
Yeah.
You can download it. You can keep it. It's going to be free. And then maybe I'll put it on YouTube as well. And then that way.
Not iTunes, though. iTunes fucking
Fuck
terrible.
iTunes.
I don't know. I have no idea, but I feel like nobody ever puts their shit out on
No, who
on
the
iTunes.
fuck uses...
At least not anymore.
Who the hell... Joanna has his friend. His name is he's called Gabi, actually.
Okay.
Another Gabriel in my life. Who would have known? And he is
like
not.
One isn't enough,
right? This is like the fourth Gabi I know. So he is not an Apple shill, but he has Apple Music, and I was making fun of him because he's like, oh, Apple Music, and I'm just laughing because I'm like, you don't have Spotify, bro? And he's like, I have Apple Music. It's the same. It's just as good. And I hate Apple. It's like, like, fuck it. I'm probably gonna have a MacBook Air Pro. So when we hit the big leagues, I want to tell everyone right now, clip this moment. I'm going to get the fucking laptop, so don't go back on a fucking... I don't want to be told by my fans, you sell out. Look at you with your Apple products. I'm gonna have my Apple products, but fuck Apple, all right? I'm saying it now. Peace and love. So I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, so he's talking about no and whatever, and I kind of just like ignore. I like, whatever, the joke's over. Let's just keep listening to music.
But he kept
and I'm
on.
like, oh no. I'm like, oh, cue this up, and he's like, cue.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh, sweetie.
Even terminology is like,
you can't cue music in Apple Music. And he's like, I'm sure you can. And he just starts looking.
Sweating
you can't queue up fucking songs in Apple Music. You have to manually either select an album, select a playlist, or select a song. There's no queue. A premium product, because you gotta pay for Apple Music, and you can't queue up songs. That's crazy. Terrible, that's crazy, right? That we have to admit, that's a little insane.
Can't you queue up without paying on Spotify?
Yeah,
I feel like that's a feature. Okay,
as long as you use it on desktop.
Gotcha. Okay.
Right. It's like, damn, son. So like, I was just loving it. I was living my life. Those are the best 5 minutes of like my last week. Dude. So that was fun.
What if he would have said like, "Oh, I also have Apple TV."
I bought my mom an Apple TV a few years ago. Actually, I'm a fucking pig. I'm a sellout. Yeah. It's like a Christmas gift. I got a big boy job, and I'm like, I want to get my mom something expensive, to flex, to say, yeah, I got money. So I got her Apple TV.
She enjoying that?
Yeah, she uses it sometimes. She's got a smart TV in the living room, so.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm like, you can just move the Apple TV to the living room. You know that? She's like, yeah, but it already has Netflix. And I'm like, what about Hulu and HBO? And it's like, I got Netflix. So I'm like, okay, whatever.
Awesome.
Love it.
Dude, we have a smart TV over here, and it sucks ass. It's like one of the worst TVs, I think.
Really?
Yeah. Because it's really slow and laggy.
Yeah, my mom's is kind of like that too. It's a I think it's a No, it's a Sony. What's yours?
Oh, Sony. Ours is a Vizio, I think.
Got it.
Yeah, it's like I think it's a Walmart brand. If I'm not mistaken.
It's very hit or miss, these smart TVs.
Yeah.
Very hit or miss.
I don't feel like they offer. I mean, it's pretty cool, the convenience.
It's like if you have a I say just buy a PS4.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Get a really good TV, because I'm a slut for TVs.
I think smart TVs are for cable cutting boomers,
right?
That are trying to,
yeah,
trying to fit in, not fit in, but they're like, okay, I need to, move on from the old ways because
no more cable. We use
right,
now. Yeah. It doesn't. It's a stupid TV. The technology is not there yet.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand. It's that's funny. It's a stupid TV. It's not a smart TV. Just get Roku or get a PS4, or get Apple TV, because those things, since they're external, they're just a lot faster. And then just get a nice TV. Get a really expensive TV. Gabi, Giovanna's friend. I guess he's my friend too. I don't know why I keep saying that. But I wanna make sure this isn't Colonel we're talking about. This is Gabi.
Right. Yeah.
So Gabi, they have this TV at his place that I swear to God, it's so good. It's like I thought I was at the TV aisle at Walmart. You know those crazy ass display TVs with the fucking colors and shit. And you're
they take half the aisle.
Yeah, it was like that. It was like a big ass. And I'm like, is it smart? He's like, no, it's just a 4K Ultra HD TV that was not that expensive because it wasn't smart. But the colors, for the first time I had TV envy.
Yeah.
They're really pretty. They were the reds looked really I hate the sound. I'm sounding like a boomer, but damn, I can see what they mean now. The reds look really red and the blues look really blue. And it's like, fuck, my TV. And it happened because they were playing. Oh, we were playing something from my PlayStation. I plugged in my PlayStation on their TV, and I think we put PT or something. And I was like, whoa, that's what PT looks like. That's crazy.
It could have been so much better. Yeah.
My TV sucks.
The experience could have been so much better.
Oh my god. So definitely, and 4K is no big deal, but get a nice I get a TV that's really good with its colors, and a sound system maybe, and that's it. Save your money on the smart. That's what I think. Get a Chromecast,
Yeah. Yeah.
That's good.
That could work. How much?
They're inexpensive. A Chromecast? It's very
right.
It's inexpensive.
But what really racks up is the app. No, you're paying $14. It's $14 times 5.
Oh my god, yeah. Netflix,
you know what I mean?
Hulu,
yeah.
HBO, and you need all of them. I hate to say it.
Right. Yeah.
Hulu,
you can't really just
that
have
important. But
Nah,
do you have HBO Max?
I don't.
Oh my god, hang on. I got a free trial. I'll give it to you. HBO Max. Let me see if it's still valid. It says here, I got this with fucking Cyberpunk. Can you believe it?
What?
Yeah, the code starts with the word Cyberpunk.
What the fuck? Why were they handing that out?
A 3-day free trial.
Is that their way of saying sorry?
No, apparently, customers who purchase. Oh man, but hang on. Customers who purchase an authorized physical copy of the video game Cyberpunk 2077 between November 18 and December 31st may qualify for a 30-day free trial. There are no limited number of codes to qualify. I don't know if it expires. You should check.
Yeah.
It shouldn't
problem.
be expired yet, but this is really cool. It came with my limited edition of Cyberpunk. I don't know why. But HBO Max is the shit. It's the shit. Like, I don't know. Westworld is okay. I gotta be honest.
I've never seen it.
It's okay.
I think I've seen almost every single No, probably not. But I feel like I've seen the important ones. Like, Brothers in Arms. Brothers in Arms? Is that? No, Band of Brothers. God damn it.
Well, shut up. Shut your mouth. The Sopranos, all right?
I saw that.
Well, you can have it forever. Whenever Giovanna's like, you don't even use HBO Max, I'm like, what if I want to watch The Sopranos again? What then? Take my money. There's that, and then there's the fact that these movies are coming out, like Kong versus Godzilla. There's like all these new releases, the Mortal Kombat movie. All these new releases are coming straight into HBO, which is crazy. It's unheard of.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
So like in like 2 weeks, I'm just gonna be able to stream it directly to my TV. Although now that I'm vaccinated, I kind of will watch it on IMAX because I kind of want to hear Godzilla go, but like in HD, you know,
and like surround sound. Yeah.
But I watched a Wonder Woman movie on HBO Max the first day it came out. You know.
Nice.
For like free. It's like it's not even like you pay additional. You have HBO Max, watch it. Like it's like that simple. Wow. So it's really cool. I kind of think this is the future. But
it probably is, yeah. I mean, there's no other.
I don't know if the movie companies are gonna allow it. There's too much money being lost.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Brings me to another thing. WandaVision? That ending sucked. That ending was so bad.
I haven't seen it, so.
Oh my god.
I'm really curious to see if the listeners would agree.
It's no one's gonna agree because they're all fucking cocksuckers. Listen, you're all cocksuckers. That's right. I don't give a shit. I hate you. Oh no, we love you guys. But if you like WandaVision, you're wrong. And that's okay. It's okay to be wrong sometimes. The first, it's what is it, like 9 episodes? The first 8 episodes are great. They are really good. It's really interesting what they try and do with this show. I was skeptical at first, but I got hooked immediately. It's a drama. It's like a dramedy, you know?
Okay.
I really hate that word, dramedy.
Dramedy.
But it's like a drama comedy. It's you know, it isn't very very flashy, and when it is, it's barely there. It's got some really cool moments, but it's all very low key, you know.
Okay.
And it has a very interesting message. And it all goes out the window in the last episode when they just go full Marvel on that bitch. And it's like a 49-minute episode of them fighting.
Wow.
Like it's Infinity War or some shit. But here's the thing. It's Infinity War, and you think, oh, it's Marvel. Oh, it's it's Disney.
Right.
It's on Disney Plus. It's their flagship thing. Mandalorian was great. Right. Mm-hmm. So that's where you're wrong. Because it's a Marvel movie with the budget of a CW TV show, dude.
Oh.
Like, that last episode alone, the CGI is laughable. It is laughable. It's like a whole different show. It's like from episode 8 to episode 9, they must have changed director, writer. I have people telling me that maybe that's the first episode they filmed. And maybe that's why it's a little like wonky.
Oh, that'd be odd, but yeah.
The CGI is not there. The camera work is not it. The editing, the sound design, there's too much shaky cam. The actress Elizabeth Olsen, she's such a good actress. You know, she's amazing because those first 8 episodes, it's all her acting. Like she's just talking. It's just lines and face. Like it's all, you know, like it's a drama. And dramas are carried by their characters and by their actors, you know, not by flashy moments. And it's all there. But she dropped the ball in that last episode. I'm not saying I could have done better because I'm not gonna start sitting there like, oh, you know, like like easier said than done. Of course, I'm gonna say that she dropped the ball, right? Because I'm just a kid watching a fucking I'm just this dude watching fucking a TV show, right? I'm not in there acting. What do I know about acting? I'll tell you what I do know about acting. It wasn't that, you know?
Oof.
That was
Oof.
It was bad. It was bad. The episode started and I already was just not in for it. I was not in for it.
Oh, damn.
It felt like a waste of time. It felt like it solves the whole problem. So if you're expecting this to be a show where Wanda or like Scarlet Witch is like an evil character, like she turns heel, nah, they solve it. They pretty much set, and it sets up a new movie, and it's just annoying. It's annoying. I just can't describe it in any other way.
That's a shame.
It's very discount Marvel.
So I should skip this one, is what you're saying?
I mean, you can watch it. The show is good. It honestly, and if you give a shit about Marvel, I guess you have no choice, right?
I see. I don't know. Marvel. I like their stuff. I'm just not that huge of a fan.
Right.
By the way, we don't have Trevor in here to talk about this.
Oh my god!
Because I remember we wanted to get him on.
Did you watch that video that he did?
No.
Oh, it's so good. Trevor.
The video where he's talking about. Yeah, no, I haven't seen it, but I remember you mentioning it. Yeah.
It's such a good video. He's really good with his editing. And he's got this natural charm. Like, he's such a charismatic guy. And he just sits there and he turns on his camera. And I'm like, yeah, of course he knows what he's doing. He's a movie director, you know? He's a writer.
Yeah.
This is what he does. But it just comes so naturally to him that it just pisses me off. And I'm like, Trevor, just start a movie review channel. You don't need a fucking, like, what do you call it? A fucking schedule. Just do it when you feel like it. He's like, nah. And I'm like, fuck you, man. It's so good. Like, I could sit here. I'm not even thinking about the money or I just want to watch you talk about movies.
Right, yeah.
He's amazing. He's so funny. The editing is there, and he knows what he's talking about, you know? Which, that's obviously, he knows what he's talking about. So, reminds me of Ralph the Movie Maker. Have you seen that guy?
Ralph the Movie Maker. I've seen, what's their fucking names? It's gonna take me a while to kind of remember because I haven't seen them in so long. Huh?
Is it the two dudes that sit in front of the couch and they watch the movie together?
No. It's these it's actually three dudes, and they review movies after they've seen it, and they always make memes out of them because of their faces, like their fucking reactions and their like their disappointment in their faces are very memeable. But I don't remember what they're called though.
It sounds very familiar. I think I know what you mean, but I don't know the name either.
Dude, it's not hold on. It's not Cinemassacre is.
Yeah, but Cinemassacre, I believe, the Angry Video Game Nerd.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But
so it's not that guy.
He does it more like I mean, I hate to say it. I hate to tell it to him. He's a bit of a
as a matter of fact, the reviewers I'm talking about. You remember the whole fucking couscous thing that I had?
The couscous.
That's where it came from.
Oh, I think you showed me the couscous.
Yeah, I did. God, what the fuck is their name? Hold on, I need to go to YouTube.
Well, Ralph, you should watch Ralph's shit. Ralph, he's also a movie director. So he implants these skits into his video as he's talking mad shit about the movie he just watched. But he's also naturally funny, and it works. It's like this perfect blend of like sketch comedy and movie review. That's just perfect, you know. And nice. Like he's not a mega fan of anything that isn't artsy. So his hot takes are just, he'll only watch the worst shit. Like he watched Chips, And for the Chips thing, Chips, right?
I've heard of it, yeah.
Yeah, so for the Chips episode, he bought like 100 copies of Chips off Amazon. That was a skit that he just had a box of the Blu-rays that he didn't know what to do with them. To this day, he still has all those Blu-rays, and he's like, I hate that I did that sketch. I don't even know what the joke was, but...
The channel that I was talking about is called Red Letter Media.
Red Letter Media! Yes!
Them boys.
Yes! Masterpiece.
These guys always fucking make me laugh.
Yeah, they're great. I love it. I just love watching people be angry.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Trevor. We need Trevor here. But he's gonna tell you what I am a bit of an asshole because I can talk mad shit, but I still enjoy these movies. I think Trevor has backbone.
Right, yeah.
You know, he is a Marvel hater.
Is he? Okay.
And he I think the way he puts it is like, if you like these movies, that's fine, you know. But what they're doing to the industry is atrocious, and I agree, you know.
Gotcha,
but I feel like I can't sit on my soapbox and be like a full-on anti-Marvel, anti-Disney guy and still watch these. Like, I still consume them. I before I watch this thing, I'm like, fuck these movies, they're ruining the industry. I'll sit in the theater and I'll go, wow! I like the intense, like, fabricated roller coaster that's been given to me by fucking Kevin Feige or whatever. The Russo brothers, I don't fucking know. And then I'll leave the theater and I'll be like, Disney is ruining, you know, like, immediately. Like, but I was in there and I was eating that shit up, you know?
Right, yeah.
So that's my problem. However, last episode of WandaVision, I did not have that reaction. I just sat there stone-faced like, this is bad. Oof. That was the first time I saw a set-piece moment in anything Marvel besides Ant-Man 2, and I was like, this is bad. This is really bad. I kind of don't want to watch this anymore, you know?
Damn.
So it was really bad.
That's happened to me with a couple shows before. What's the name of that show? High Castle? Man in the High Castle, I think.
Oh, the Hitler one? The Nazi one?
Yeah. The Nazi one where it's like America lost World War II. It's like this alternate universe thing. The fucking show throughout, pretty good. Like, always had me intrigued. And then they reached to the end. And it just fucking sucks, dude. The ending is so fucking bad. We should have seen it coming, because in the show there's a lot of like time and you what's it called, parallel universes kind of talk. And you know, how do you really end a show with those subjects? You know what I mean?
You go back in time.
Yeah. But no. The way it ended, I don't want to spoil it in case you want to watch it or whatever.
I don't give a shit about this show.
Well,
I mean, like, literally the name, the title, The Man in the High Castle, is annoying enough. Like, I've been told to watch it a million times, and it just kind of makes my pee soft, you know?
The thing that I remember from the ending is that they go through this portal, they go back in time, and then they come back, and it's just a bunch of people coming out of the portal. Like, just a bunch of random ass civilians just coming out the portal, and then it just goes to black.
What is that supposed to mean?
I fucking have no idea, dude. I don't know what it means. I don't know if these are people who are gonna better this universe or whatever. I just don't know. It ended so bad, like,
it's like Lost.
Huh?
It's like Lost.
I've never seen Lost, but
no, I know enough about Lost that ended horribly.
Dude, man.
Well,
I was really disappointed with that ending. I was like, wow, that, like, because it's not a short. It's not like WandaVision either. It's not like 9 episodes.
You were sitting there for like 5
This has like 5 seasons, yeah.
Oh my god.
It's like, fuck, dude. I wonder if Trevor's seen it. I wonder if he has a take on Man in the High Castle.
Let's bring him in. We'll do a TV or movie episode sometime.
Yeah,
we'll
I'd be down. I'm trying to remember what was the last good. I think it was Sopranos, straight up.
Oh, I think it was name
Sopranos.
2 live action TV shows that are good from start to finish, and it's Sopranos and Breaking Bad. That's it.
Breaking Bad's pretty good, yeah.
They don't have they're not bad. They're just not bad. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a perfect TV show. Everything else, they dropped the ball somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I used to love The Walking Dead. I don't know why my brain dead ass thought that was a good show.
I never could follow it all the way through. I stopped, I think, on like season 2 or something.
I saw a tweet about it, like, fuck getting to know each other. Ask each other when it is that you gave up on The Walking Dead.
Right, yeah.
That's pretty much it, you know?
I agree to that, yeah. Fuck.
That show was the shit, and then suddenly it just... And then I know this is back in my mind because apparently they aired the new season like 2 nights ago. And on the poster, Norman Reedus is on, and I'm like, you still alive, bitch? Damn! Let Norman Reedus do something else. That
right,
poor
yeah.
contract.
Like
that
the
poor
only
man.
break he had was Death Stranding.
Death Stranding.
Like,
He's never gonna be casted for anything else. He is just the Walking Dead guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god. Not that he's a very good actor. I mean, no offense, but I mean, Boondock Saints 3, not featuring Norman Reedus. That's what it's gonna be, because he's just too busy.
Yeah.
So funny, man.
I mean, if he enjoys it, I don't see why he can't continue.
There's no way. There's no way.
He has to, right?
There's no way. There's no way he enjoys it. He's lying to himself. He likes the money.
The fucking paycheck is so good.
Oh my god. There's no way. I'm sorry. You cannot enjoy. There is no. Where is the story? Is Negan still a character in this show even?
I don't know.
This show has been gutted twice over. You know the fucking Rick and the kids are dead?
Yeah.
That makes no sense. How do you continue a show without the protagonist? By the way, the episode where Rick died won a Golden Globe.
Oh.
It's apparently really good. And kudos to them. But that's it. You need to stop. You need to stop.
Right, yeah.
You know? When they killed Rick's kid, I'm like, okay, now this show makes no sense. Because I thought the kid was going to become the new Rick, and they were going to end on this note of, like, you know, Kid Rick is now Big Rick, and he's taking care of his little sister the same way Big Rick took care of Little Rick, you know? Little Ricky. But,
Little Ricky.
No. I guess the new protagonist is Norman, who is unkillable. He must be immune. It's like Left 4 Dead.
I don't know. I feel like they're just cashing in.
What? Where are they cashing in? Who watches this show? Seriously?
It's probably the same people who are very surprised the way things, like, shape in this show. I don't know if that makes sense.
No.
You know what I mean?
China.
Like, it's people who like
China
that,
is watching
like,
the
gasp
show.
factor.
No. There is no gas factor. China. It's China.
It's China.
It's China.
Okay.
You know it. Hollywood panders to one country, and it's China. You're the only audience that matters.
Gotcha.
I'm over it. Whatever. Let me hang on. I gotta change subjects real quick because I got something else I want to say. And I got the anger. I feel like I talk too much in this show. Do I talk too much in this show?
That's kind of what the show's about.
Yeah, but I feel like I'm the only one who talks. Like, not that I'm saying that you don't talk, but I'm saying like I always have the lead in the conversation. I don't like how that.
That's
makes
okay.
me feel.
No. I don't care.
Well, no.
it's whatever.
Look, I'm just angry and I gotta get it out. All right.
I'm
gonna be a little loud, so like loud warning for all our listeners. But I was with Joanna a few days ago.
Oh, okay. All right. I don't know what the story is, but I don't know how it goes, but I know what you're talking about.
So fucking we were like, let's get food. And I kind of wanted Mexican. So I'm like, let's go to fucking Jalisco. I'm going to say the full name. Jalisco en Carolina, Puerto Rico. We know who you are, you pieces of shit. So, you know Jarritos? Okay, you don't know Jarritos because it's a new place. Pero there's this place called Jarritos que es por casa. Pero donde está la pizzería esta que a ti te gusta. La Valentino.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Right. So, at the other side of the road, like opposite. Or not across from it, but like...
there's a Mexican place?
It's like, if Valentino's is east, then... that same road is towards the east, pues para Plaza Carolina, para allá. Y otro sitio que se llama Jarrito. And that place is Mexican food. That place is a little sketch. It's good. They got good food, but it's a little sketch with some other pricing, so we kind of don't like it. So we're like, go to Jalisco. We've gone to Jalisco before. Jalisco is the one that's by the... what's this place called? The paint store? Glideng, is it?
Oh, okay.
Or Sherwin-Williams. You know the one?
One of those, yeah.
And La 65. Do you know the one?
Yeah.
Right. So it's that one. And I'm like, well, let's go there. We've gone there before once already. It was like 2 years ago. I know the place. I've gone there before as well. So it's a good place. And I was checking the menu online because we can just grab it. I'll just like order the food on the phone. I'll grab it and I'll go. And I was looking at the menu and they had like $1 tacos. And I'm like, $1 tacos? I can get like 12 tacos. Let's go. You know?
Hell yeah.
So I'm really excited. Joanna's
they didn't honor it.
No. Hang on. Driving to the place, and I call the place. And immediately it's like, ah! And I'm just like I just remove the fucking bone from my ear. And Giovanna looks at me like, what the fuck is happening in there? And then over the screaming, this lady goes like, bienvenidos a Ico, ¿cómo la voy a ayudar? And I'm like, oh my god, that place is packed. What's happening? And I'm like, my head is like, $1 tacos. And I'm like, I got this.
The goal. Just focus.
So I'm kind of driving en la C5 and I take that turn para meterme para el gliding, para donde está el parking. And I'm like, sí, buena para pedir una orden. I just want to get an order. And she's like, what do you want? And as I'm about to park, que I'm meter el carro para el parking, this security guard like waves his hand. Like oh, you can't come in here, like it's, and I'm like it's full, I guess. But then he kind of motions like go on the other side, and I'm like, oh, there must be like another parking lot, or there must be another entrance, or something. Maybe they just closed off this entrance and there's another entrance.
Okay. So
the lady goes, right, like I said, she said, what do you want, like, you know? And I go, sí, how do I, before I order, how do I go in? Where do I park? How do I go inside the place? And she's like, ¿Dónde está? And I'm like, well, I'm by the paint shop. And she's like, ¿Qué? No te escucho. Like all, and I'm just like, okay, I'm by the paint shop, you know. And she's like, ¿Qué quieres ordenar? What do you want? And I'm like,
oh my god.
I mean, I want to make an order, but okay, so what do you want for your order? And I'm like, okay, but like, how do I go in? Like, how do I park? Because I'm on the highway, Raul.
Yeah.
I can't just fucking put the car here and wait until she wants to explain. I need to know where to put the fucking car. Like, I gotta park, you know? It's not even like a slow driving road. It's like a 45-mile-an-hour road. Like, I gotta get out of here, you know? So
you should just park.
I kind of fuck you. I drive down the road and I U-turn because I'm kind of wasting time for her to tell me which way to go. And he's like, well, where are you? And I'm like, I'm by the Glidden. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't hear you. And I'm like, can you go somewhere else? Like, I hate to sound, I wasn't trying to sound like an asshole, but I'm just
you
like,
said that. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Like,
I thought she said that.
What do you? No, I say that. I'm like, can you go somewhere else? Because I'm like, if you can't hear me, like, what am I supposed to do? You want me to scream louder? Like, I'm at this point, I'm as loud as I am now.
Yeah.
You know? Go somewhere else. And Giovanna looks at me like she sees that I say that, and she's like, Jay, bendito, maybe she can't. Maybe her phone is wired. And I'm like, what? She should get a wireless phone. Like, I just say that into the phone. And she's like, ¿Qué es lo que quiere para ordenar? And I just take a moment and I'm like, I should just hang up. Because I feel myself boiling a little. There's very few things that make me this mad or get me to this point, and I'm kind of reaching that anger level where I'm just gonna.
Stomach is empty. You're arguing with this person.
But I'm just like, $1 tacos, and it's like, $1 tacos. Just think about those tacos, and I'm like, okay. Estoy al lado del Glidden, al lado del paint shop. I'm next to the paint shop, and she's like, pero mi amor, ¿qué tú quieres? Y yo, ¿cómo carajo quieres que recoja los putos tacos si no sé cómo entrar?
And she hung up.
Y en serio, pues ¿en dónde está? Yo le enganché. Yo, vete pa'l carajo, cante cabrona. Muérete, cabrona, puñeta. Porque es que me encojono, tú sabes. Like, puñeta, me cago en la madre. What am I gonna... After screaming that to her... And she was like, why'd you hang up? And I'm like, she's gonna spit on my fucking taco. It's over, you know? We can never go back to this place ever again. But what the fuck was I supposed to do? What? How am I gonna pick up the fucking tacos if I don't know how to go to the fucking place, lady? Just, why is she so insistent on me making the fucking order if I don't know how to even go into the fucking place? Where's the door? That's all I wanted to know. I drove to the next fucking taco store. Se llama Taco Riendo. I drove to the next taco store with all this hate, like the whole fucking way. I'm like, fuck that place. I'm so fucking pissed. And I'm also have this insecurity because I don't know if I was an asshole to her or if it was well deserved, you know. And I'm like, Joanna, help me out. Was I not right? Fuck that bitch, right? Like, are you fucking kidding me? How am I gonna pick up the fucking tacos if I don't know what the fucking door is? And I just yap the whole fucking way. I parked my ass at Taco Riendo, and I'm like, watch this. I bet I can find the fucking door. And I walked in, grabbed some food, and we ate it in the fucking car. And it was great. It was amazing. Yeah. Did I pay more than $12 per taco? Yes, I did. But fuck it, I don't give a shit.
But the simplicity of it.
Oh my god! Can you imagine?
So worth it. I feel like you always have a story from a restaurant. Last story you told that you had problems with a place was Burger King. And I remember that story about like what flavor of Whopper do you want?
Let me tell you that story. So fucking, I'm drunk as shit. It's a night of drinking.
That one's my favorite.
And I'm with Hillel, and he's driving, and I usually drive because I usually sober up. Like, I'm the first one to sober up. So, you know, we don't drink and drive in this house, guys. But I usually sober up first, so I'm like, I'll do the driving. No, none of that. I'll do the driving. But that time I was fucked. But that was fine. So he's like, okay, I'll drive. And I'm like, okay, great. So I'm just in the side. I'm shotgun. There's some friends in the back. I think my friend Shayla's there. I think Andy's there. No, I wasn't Andy. I think it was Gabriel. Colonel, I mean. And
gotcha.
We're in the car, and I'm like, bro, let's stop at Burger King, please. Like, I'm begging him like he's my dad. Like, please.
Can we go to Burger King? We got Burger King at house.
We got Burger King at home. I'm like, please stop at Burger King. Like, I need hash browns. If I have hash browns, I'm going to be fulfilled in life. And it's not even like a drunken like Jay thing. Like, I have this theory where if I have hash browns and water the night before, like a night that I'm drunk or a morning when I'm hungover. If it's the night that I'm drunk, I don't get hungover the next day because I always say that the grease absorbs the alcohol.
I don't know if that's real. Like that combination of water and potato
and it just kind of works.
Takes away all the alcohol.
So and it has to be Burger King hash browns because they do it like little nuggets, and I can just pop them into my mouth. It's perfect, and they'll make them at 2 a.m. You know, you think 2 a.m. hash browns is not gonna happen, but they'll make them for me. I'll ask, and they'll be like, yeah, sure, we'll make you some hash browns. So they'll make me hash browns. So it's like, great, I'm going to Burger King. So he agrees, drive over. And I'm like, well, while I'm here, I could get a Whopper because I'm kind of hungry. And the guy goes like, see, I'm running that one burger, and then it's like, well, I'll have some water for the people in the back and some fries. And what do you want, Jen? And I'm like, can I have a Whopper with some hash browns and some water? And he's like, sure. What flavor do you want the Whopper? And I'm like, and I just my fucking brain froze. I felt like this cold chill run through my body because I'm just like the anxiety of ordering shit, it finally paid off. I've been anxious my whole life. All my life I'm in lines before I order something, practicing what I'm gonna fucking say so I don't fuck it up. And I always tell myself I'm just anxious. It's just social anxiety. I'm a pussy. It's fine. Nothing bad's gonna. It fucking happened. Something bad finally happened. He asked me something that I was not prepared to. What do you mean, what kind of flavor? And I'm just staring at the menu, and I'm thinking, well, I don't fucking know, pepperoni or something? Like my brain is just gone. And I'm like, before I say something stupid, let me just ask. And I go, what flavors you got? And he gets really pissed, and he goes, bro, do you want cheese? Do you want like lettuce, tomato? And I'm like, I want a Whopper, like whatever the Whopper entails, please. That's what I want. Like, what do you mean? Who the fuck asks? How do you want your what kind of Whopper do you want? The Whopper kind, asshole. Like, no one ever. This is how it goes. You ask for burger, and then if you want something the burger has that you don't want, you say burger without the thing. Like, that's how it goes. You know.
Yeah.
You don't go like, oh, I want burger, and then give me also bacon and lettuce and cheese.
Lettuce and cheese.
Please put the meat between the two breads. Like,
two buns, please.
Oh my god. That was stressful. That. Fucked me up. Never went back to that Burger King again.
Dude, just tell them what flavor. Just be like cheese.
I was gonna say pepperoni. I swear, and I wasn't joking. But like my brain said, "De que lo quiere," and that's what they always ask in Domino's. So my immediate response was like pepperoni, but I stopped myself. Can you imagine if he would have killed me? The guy would have walked out of the drive-thru and shot me. He was so over with it.
It's his fault though.
He must have heard the drunkenness in my throat, and he's like, "This asshole's testing me." You're testing me, bro. What do you mean? What flavor? What's that supposed to mean?
¿De qué sabor lo quiere?
Vete pa'l
El Whopper,
carajo.
¿de qué sabor?
¿De qué sabor? No sé, cabrón. De Whopper. Hueputa. Está cabrón, no.
De Oaxaca, cabrón, de
De
Oaxaca.
Oaxaca.
La quiero de Oaxaca. Ay.
Está cabrón, de verdad que I have a lot of strange encounters. Does this never happen to you?
No, I don't think so. Every time I go, watch, it's gonna happen after this podcast. But I've never had like a situation like that at a restaurant where it's a weird just conversation between me and like the fucking cashier or whatever. I don't know.
God. I never know.
It's always been straightforward.
I feel like there's always something wrong when I go to a restaurant, and I'm always trying to be the nicest human being. But last time I went to fucking Denny's, now I can't go to Denny's ever again. I went to Denny's and I didn't give this fucking waitress tip. I was so pissed at her, cause like
I feel like I've heard the story.
I think I mentioned it. This is after the taco thing. So I'm with Joanna.
Was it something
again.
about a pancake?
A pancake.
Or a waffle?
I don't know, but that sounds
something. Something was missing. What was missing?
I'll tell the story.
Okay.
So I'm trying to get me some pancakes at like 10 like 9:30 10. There's a curfew, so things close pretty late. But I wanted my sugar, so I go over to this like Denny's and Corial with Giovanna, and we're sitting there, and I order some stuff. And we get some like zesty nachos, and I get some pancakes, and she gets this sandwich thing. But her sandwich never arrives. Here's the first thing. We order everything, and the first thing that she does that kind of makes me mad, and it's a little... I'm being an asshole at this point. But I asked, like, I want to know orange juice, and she looks at me, and she's like, orange juice doesn't have refills. And I'm like, okay, I want the orange juice, though.
Like, just give it to me. I'll
that's
pay
fine,
for it.
Thank you. And then I kind of get like, I want these pancakes, and she goes, "Are you sure? Because those are better. Like these other ones over here." And I look at her, and I'm like, I really want these. These are the ones I want. I'm sure of my decision, but
I think she was trying too hard at her job then.
Well, don't leave me alone, lady. But at this point,
like she was trying to recommend, and she was just trying to inform you that
recommend yourself out of here, please. But whatever. At this, it's fine. Whatever. Like I don't take it. I'm cool. I'm cool.
Mm-hmm.
The first problem arises when my pancakes. The whole fucking breakfast arrives, and the zesty nachos aren't here, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, could it be that she put her appetizer after our entrees because I ordered entrees first and then appetizers, and she just put it in that order? Like that makes no sense. There's like an order to it, right?
Yeah, there should be.
So I have like 2 bites on my pancakes, and for the record, since it's like a breakfast, there's like 1 plate for the pancakes, like another plate for like the eggs and the stuff. There's like a lot of stuff on the table right now.
Yeah.
She shows up with the nachos and just slaps them on the table. So now there's like 50 plates on the fucking table. And I'm like, okay, we can work with this, but... And I kind of look at Giovanna and I'm like, this is the second time that happens to us at a fucking Denny's, that like, they flood our table with plates. But, like, I used to think that there's this common saying, or like this common thing at like restaurants where you kind of want to let the customer relax, because like the whole point of dinner or lunch is to go out and socialize, right? I guess. It's like there's a social aspect to it,
Yeah.
That's why I think as far as dates go, eating is better than movies, because you can talk. You don't talk at a theater. You just sit and watch the movie and that's it.
Yeah.
But like dinner, there's some talking, and like it's my understanding that waiters understand this, so they pace the rate at which they bring out food. And they'll do like an appetizer, then they'll wait a while, they'll give you some more drinks as you're talking, then the entree will show up, and they'll do both entrees at the same time. You don't bring one entree first,
You're right, yeah.
So Joanna's pretty much sitting here without her food, and I'm like, well, I guess I'll wait. But I waited and I waited and I waited, and I'm like, listen, my fucking pancake pan is like melting into the cake, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So let me just eat this. So I kind of nibbled, and the nibbling turned into eating, and at this point it's 30 minutes, and Giovanna's plate isn't here yet.
For a sandwich. God.
And I'm just like, holy shit. Holy shit. And the waitress keeps on coming by and leaving, and she's not even looking at us. I finish all of my food and drink. The zesty nachos are gone, and she just keeps coming and going and coming and going. And I'm like, isn't she gonna ask, like, I want to ask. I just want to know. I'm getting a little impatient. Do you want starving? And she eventually shows up with the fucking sandwich, slaps it on the table, and then leaves the other 6 plates that are on the fucking table empty. And I'm like I hate to be. I don't want to be classist or anything, but please pick up the plates. I don't know. I don't know what to do. It's gonna be rude if I do it. There's a mess in the table. There's so much nothing. I swear to God, we paid our bill and she never refilled her drinks. She never picked up the plates, and I'm just damn. Fuck that, man. And I went to the bathroom at one point, and I come back, and there's this awkward encounter happening between the waitress and Giovanna. And the waitress looks at me and goes like, "Oh," and then she leaves. And I look at Giovanna, I'm like, "What happened?" She's like, "Oh, I was trying to get her attention earlier, and she was ignoring me. So when she came over to talk to me, I just ignored her back." And I'm like, "Stop!"
Holy!
Don't do
that. God
damn. We gotta go. Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
We just paid, and I didn't tip because she wasn't gonna let me tip, and I wasn't gonna tip. Fuck that.
That was a terrible fucking waitress.
I just won't go back.
Terrible fucking waitress. No good.
And then there's this other thing, but then there's also I have a track record of being an asshole. There was this other time I was at Denny's, and they have, and I there's it's like a closed parking lot. You gotta get a little bamp, and they give you a little ticket.
Okay, yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
So I get the bamp, and I get the ticket, and the little tick opens up, and I drive into the parking lot. I park the car. Listen closely. I get out of the car.
Yeah, okay.
Walk over to Denny's. I grab the door. It goes, it's closed. I'm like, oh, fuck, it's closed. Walk back to the car. Get in. Start the car. Drive around the parking lot. Stop on the other side. And I have the little ticket in my hand. And I'm like, I just came in. There's no park. The place is closed, so we're just going to leave. Is that okay? And she's like, I don't understand. And I'm like, I didn't park. I don't. I have an understanding.
I parked for 2 seconds.
Yeah, can I just go? And she's like, I don't get it. I'm like, I just don't want to put the ticket in and have it be like, oh, it's $2 and some shit. Because is it gonna do that or And she's like, and she just got really angry at me. And she's like, who, I don't understand. What are you trying to do? And I'm trying to say, I just came in. Do I have to pay something or can I go? That's all I want to know. And she's like, you know what? Fuck you. Get out of here. And I'm like, well, fuck you. And I fucking left. But I never understood because I'm like I would have paid it happily. I just wanted to know if I had to pay it. Because the place was closed, I just wanted to know if you could tell me, oh, it's like $1 just for coming in. And I'm like, then it's $1, whatever. I'll put the dollar in, But I just wanted to have the conversation, and she just got angry at me because she didn't understand, or maybe I just didn't express myself properly. And she took the ticket from my hand and said, "Get the fuck, you Mustang driving asshole, get out of my parking lot." Now you're the exact reason why all men in muscle cars are trash. And I'm like, that's right, I'm a dick, and I know it. And I just fucking got out of there. Fuck that.
I feel like these people aren't prepared for.
Maybe it's me,
I don't know. When I used to work at Walmart and people would ask me things, I wouldn't just stop functioning. I don't know. I would just be like, here's the answer you're looking for. It's either yes or no.
Yeah, man.
I don't know.
It's simple.
That's just, odd.
Please assist me. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
Anyways, I guess besides that, there's COVID, the vaccine. I took that.
Oh yeah, you took the vaccine. You were sick for
4 days.
4 days?
Yeah, sick for 4 days. Had a fever for 3. That shit is no joke.
And you still have another shot to take, no?
No. That was the second shot. I'm done. I'm immune.
Oh, so is it the second shot that you start shutting down, or it's the second one? Okay.
I hear that there's two things. One, if you get any violent reactions in the first shot, you probably already had COVID. You didn't notice.
Yeah.
Number two, and then in that case, the second shot doesn't really do anything. And number two, the second shot, it has more, and the word is violent, according to the paper I read. It has more violent reactions the younger you are.
Oh, okay.
So that kind of explains why they're not giving it to people under 16.
Mm-hmm.
But it is tough. I've only been that sick once in my life, and I missed a flight for it. Like, I was so sick I missed a flight. So imagine how sick you have to be to deliberately not get on a plane, you know?
Sheesh,
to be like, fuck that, I just can't fly. I don't give a shit about the money.
Yeah.
It's really sick. So I felt that sick.
Imagine being sick and jet lagged.
No, yeah, that's what my mom said. I was about to get in, and she's like, if you go in that plane with this fever, not only will they not let you, but you will die. You will die on the plane.
You will die on the plane.
Fair enough. It was like Spirit Airline. And she's like, you will actually die on that plane. Like, I have no doubt in my mind. Stay in the fucking room. And I'm like, fine. So I moved.
You fall asleep and you make like 6 trips. Like you went back and forth from Puerto Rico to wherever you were going. You never noticed.
Oh my god. No. Have you ever flight Spirit?
I maybe, I don't know. I can't recall, honestly.
Spirit, I believe there are no seatbelts in the seat. That's extra.
That's
actually,
no way.
I believe the planes don't even have engines. They just kind of slick shot it.
Yeah.
It's like the cheapest fucking flight you can get. It is the chairs don't recline. The fucking, if you're over 5'6", good luck fitting in the chair. Fucking.
The pilot only has one button. It's on and off. And that's
on and off, and that's it. Like, you know, they don't even know which direction they're going. They just go.
The fuck are flaps? I don't know what you're talking about. What are flaps?
It is colored yellow to resemble a New York City cab, and that's what it feels like to be in it. You know, in GTA, when you get in the fucking back of the cab and the guy turns around, he's like, "Where you going, man? Where you going?" Like that. That's what it feels like when you get in the fucking airplane.
Nah, I don't think I've ever flown Spirit. No.
It is the worst. It is the worst. You will fly it one day, and you'll be like, "Oh no, this is the worst."
Hopefully not.
It's the fucking worst. It's good for 30-minute flight. You know.
Oof. After 30 minutes, the engine starts shutting down.
Not at 30 minutes. Honestly, you're not. You're really being an asshole. You're really being a cheap bitch, because the amount of the amount of it's so uncomfortable in there. Like, the seats are made of cardboard. They have to be. There is no cushioning. I'm pretty sure the life vests don't work. There is no food. The bathroom does not flush. The engines do not have fuel in it. It is all. A guy winds it up with a fucking, like, a toy winder, and they say, good luck, like, fucking Spirit, only your Spirit arrives. All right? In Spirit, only your Spirit arrives. That's why it's called that. So I was that sick. I was so sick that I missed a flight. That's how sick I felt when I was on the COVID vaccine. Like, the pills did not work. I had a 103 fever for the whole night. Yeah, man. Then, I mean, the whole night. I would chase Advil with more Advil, and it was just like, I'm good. And I'm like, are you kidding me? The fever reducer isn't working? Or maybe it is. Maybe it is, and it's keeping it at 103, which is a scary thought, you know? I took cold showers. And then after that, I had the next day. You think, okay, 103 for one day. Yeah, no, fuck you. The next day was 101, 102. And then the next day was 100. And then the next day I was good. Nausea, heartburn, body aches. I stopped eating. I was like on Ensure because the heartburn was so bad, and I was like almost so close to throwing up, and I was like, I will not eat, because if I throw up, like, the sight of food just grossed me out, and I was like, if I throw up, I'm going to be the most miserable I've ever been in my life, and I'm so close to it. I just don't want that, you know?
God.
Didn't sleep, but then after that I felt really good. And I know I'm not the only person, because Ryan felt that sick. I'd love to have Ryan and Lexi on as well, so we could talk about how bad that was for them.
Yeah.
But it was atrocious. They almost died as well.
God.
But it's worth it. Like, I don't want to scare anyone away from getting it. It is what it is. It's your civic duty.
No, yeah. It's just the process.
Listen, Giovanna was not that sick. She had really bad bone, like articulation aches.
Okay.
But it was like for one night. And she slept like a baby. She didn't sleep like a baby, but she slept, you know? I didn't really sleep. So, like, it depends on the person. Depends on a lot of different factors.
Yeah.
But you need that.
I need to get it. I think we all need to get it. I don't think any of us. I don't think any of us has gotten the shot.
Gotta get it.
I know my sister's girlfriend got COVID, if I'm not mistaken, and they had to quarantine for like 2 weeks or some shit.
Right. Is she doing good? Is there any like after effects?
No, she's fine. They're both fine, honestly. So
that's good. That's good news.
Nothing bad there.
Oh, fuck that, man.
Yeah. Fuck COVID. COVID needs to fuck off already. Like, we're on month 3 of the new year. And and it's still
there.
It's still fucking around. People aren't taking it seriously still.
Not at all.
At least not in the United States, which is fucking stupid.
It's really funny because all the progressive and I mean, again, with peace and love to all my Puerto Rican fans, you can't be progressive and then go to bars and go to restaurants and not use a mask.
Yeah.
There's like this, I'm not going to say names, but there's this really cool, it's a genuinely cool bar. There's this really cool bar in Puerto Rico and a place I'm not going to mention either, that gets full of people, and I know they are not taking care of mask regulations there, let alone the number of people inside that cramped space, because people don't even drink in the sidewalk, they drink inside, you know? And they're and people kind of like walk around. They're not just on the table. They walk around and shit. And there's like live shows, and the performers don't have masks. And it's just like, please, for the love of God, the amount of damage you're causing. You know, if no one has gotten sick from that place, then that's great news. But you can't have that. You know. And these are people who are progressive. These are people who are. You'd think that, you know, for the most part, are very, I don't know, like they care about this, but they don't. They care about other stuff that matters, but they don't care about this. Or they don't seem to, like, they seem to care, but not really, you know? I also got that feeling a lot back when the quarantine in Puerto Rico started, and there was a lot of, like, anger at the regulations, and I'm like, I understand being angry. It was really frustrating. It sucked. I felt the same way, but like, it had to happen, you know?
Right, yeah.
It had to happen, and ultimately, they were a good thing. Maybe the way they did it was a little weird, but ultimately, the reason why that first spike of COVID didn't destroy Puerto Rico was because of the quarantine. And they should have done it again. I feel like they should have done it again in Christmas, like they thought about doing, but they just aren't doing it because, you know, the shopping malls are too lucrative and shit. So they refuse to close. And at this point, COVID isn't destroying the country, but it's just like, you can't have your cake and eat it too, you know? And sometimes some of those measures they had to happen because it's crazy that this virus is crazy.
Yeah, no, it fucking. I don't think Florida ever took it seriously.
Nope.
I don't think we've ever had any strict. There was a curfew, but the curfew was really bullshit. It was like from like I want to say like 12 a.m. to 4 a.m. or 5, and it was like, really, like, that's. It was stupid.
Was it enforced?
It was fucking dumb. Huh? Enforced? Yeah. I think you would be stopped by the cops. They gave us when I was working at. Huh?
I wasn't enforced here. Or
you weren't enforced?
Like, no, sorry. The thing wasn't enforced. The curfew.
Now, when you say enforced, you mean like they're fucking cops and
making sure
patrolling around and shit like that?
Yeah.
I think it was here. Not that it mattered. It was for such a short period of time, anyways.
Right.
I think it was because at the time I was working at Walmart, and they handed us like these like paper excuses, I guess, to show to the fucking cops that we're actually on our way to work.
Right.
Not that I ever used it because I never went to work at 12 a.m. Fuck that.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I don't know. They didn't really. I mean, it's a fucking.
It was kind of the same in Puerto Rico. There was paperwork handed out to employees, but like last night, like not last night, 2 nights ago, I left I left a friend's house. We were having a Gabby's place. We were having a board game night. It was a responsible board game night where I'd say half of us were vaccinated and the other half of us are in a tight, risk-free circle, where we, it was less than 5 people. So I take this very seriously. So we were there, and We left at 2 a.m. We drove from 2 a.m. At 2 a.m. from his place to my place, and curfew starts at 10. Curfew was from 10 to 5, and the streets were crowded with people. Like, there were cars, like, going up and down the road, like, 15 a minute or some shit. I was like, that's too many cars for there to be a curfew in effect, you know?
Yeah.
So, people just break curfew all the time. As far as the curfew is concerned, it's only... And that ultimately is where, I guess, a lot of the anger comes, and I understand it, you know? In Puerto Rico against the government. Because there's this curfew, but no one enforces it, so it's just annoying. So then if you want food at 11 or 10 a.m., which sometimes you do want food at that time. Maybe you come out of work or whatever, you can't have it, you know? Everything closes early, and there's nothing to do. Not that you should be out clubbing, but there's other stuff that maybe, like, you could be at a friend's house, or, you know, suddenly you're, like, on this tight schedule and you gotta hurry up to go from point A to point B because, the curfew is gonna get you. But once the curfew's in effect, nothing changes. You just can't go to Walgreens. You can't go to fucking the gas stations anymore. You can't get food, and it's just like, you know.
Yeah, you're pretty much fucked.
That is annoying, you know. I sometimes you just want some McDonald's. Fuck you.
I still can't believe the amount of anti-maskers that are around. Like, just recently, a couple months ago, last year actually, at the new workplace, like there was just one guy who was really pissed because he couldn't enter the building because he didn't have a mask. And I don't know, that reaction that he had really kind of took me by surprise. It was like, he wasn't talking to me or anything like that. I was just walking by, minding my own business. But I was like, holy shit, you're that mad? Like, all you have to do is just wear a mask. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, I don't understand how this is a whole rights thing or whatever, or I don't know. It's just fucking stupid.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Dumb. Yeah. Ay. It's also Florida, so I don't know. I don't know what I was expecting.
It's hell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Florida is hell.
I don't know. That's pretty much it. Like, I don't even know what else I'll tell you.
Yeah. I think
How long have we been going?
Probably 2 hours.
Probably.
It feels like 2 hours.
It's a long one, right?
It's a bit of a long one. I don't know what time we started, but yeah.
Well, I guess we can wrap it up here, unless you got something else to say.
Let's
check my temperature.
Dying. Stefania Ferrario, if you're listening, you're probably not, but I'd like you to marry me at any point. I'm right here.
This message is for Stefania Ferrario.
Yeah.
There we go. That's our next guest, actually.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. If we could do that, I'm probably not gonna be available for that.
You're not gonna be available for it?
No. Because if I just join the call, I'll just coom all over the call. But yeah, this is the end.
It's the end,
my boys.
Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy it. Like, comment,